Heat Live, presented by Escher. That is your final score in a very stuffy AT&T Center. San Antonio fights the dehydration and pushes on to victory. 110-95 the final. Therefore, the Spurs have the lead 1-0 in the final of the finals. That's AJ Speaks' favorite way of referring to the NBA final. The final. The Bosh.
How long did I do it? Keep going.
The James with the steal. And here's the dunk.
Nice.
You know, I know why AJ likes that now. Tim Duncan, though, changing things up, making things happen. This was nice. This was a nice little, like, I don't know, let's call it a welterweight fight early. You know, you got some punches in there. They landed. They hurt a little bit.
Right.
Oh, there's the wee. And then check out this ball fake by D. Wade. This is, what'd you call this? The old okey dunk right here?
Whoop. Look at that. Duncan goes flying by. He's able to finish with the right hand. Again, we get to see it. This is how you freeze the shot blocker, get him off bounds, and gets it up quick before the help comes.
Immediately, with some redemption, here comes Mano.
He got it going early in that first quarter. Really a huge factor of going 3 for 3 beyond the arc.
LeBron James. Into the first quarter, Spurs up 6. Let's go to the second quarter. Off a steal. Ray Allen, trifecta, you betcha. Put it on a mug. Let's sell it. Wade is spinning and spinning and spinning.
And finishing.
And spinning and spinning.
Finishing again.
And spinning. And then Duncan. Can I get one hand? Morris was dishing, man.
He was.
How many assists did he have?
6. That's times for that big man right
ridiculous.
there.
That's great ball movement. And then from Cole. How'd that taste?
Delicious.
It was.
Yeah,
all of it. That's what it was. And then Bosh, 2 hands. Oh, I love Chris Bosh when he works it like that. Spurs, look at that hiccup right there. Spurs lead 54-49. Let's go to the third quarter. Come on now. Come on now. 3 for 3. It was a 8-0 Miami run, and here comes LeBron on the offensive rebound. There was no way he was doing anything else. Give me some action on this replay. What do you see?
I see him trying to get over to an area to create a little bit of space for himself on the fadeaway triple in the corner. And look at the way Wade right here sets up Rashard Lewis, the old slingshot from the corner there. Nothing but cord.
And I have Ginobili with a blow by. This man was so critical in this game. Right there, 2 of his 16 points going in. Time now for the All My Sons move of the game. How could it be anything else but Ray getting young on you?
Boom. Rising up in transition. Get off me, Bellinelli.
Get him too. Exactly. How about LeBron James? If you're going to dunk, then I'm going to do what you do. All right, Ray? That's why we do these things. LeBron had 2 of his 3 three-point attempts go in. Into the third, Heat up by 4. And then Splitter, little pick and roll with Ginobili. Splitter scored 9 straight for the Spurs. You saw that coming. It was a 1-point game. Miami had the edge, and then Bosh. And one basketball, a 4-point play. Heat up 85-79. And then this all really starts the problem right here. First, you have this play with Parker and Duncan, and then here comes the cramp.
Yeah, the cramp set in right there. You can see him just shuffling off, trying to walk it off, but he has to go sit down. And then the Spurs, it was like a barrage let loose. The 3 balls raining down. Danny Green making shots beyond the arc. He winds up going 3 for 3 by himself from 3 land.
Then LeBron tries to help out again. He actually gets this play to go, but that would be the end of that.
Look at that, seize up that left leg.
That's not good with 3:59 to go. Once play stops, he would be through for the evening. And so what would you do if LeBron James wasn't on the floor and you were Danny Green? You would launch another one. Bus driver, put on the AC. This building's way too hot.
Yeah. Cold towels out.
Oh, my goodness. Get the cold tub. What is that lady giggling about back there? It is 9,000 degrees in there. Goodness gracious. Spurs got the win, though. They fought through the down air conditioning and got themselves squared up. 110-95, a 31-9 run.
Setting his teammates up. rebounding the basketball, so many good things. And then the fourth quarter, he really struggled. But look at the way he started here. He went to the rim strong. Look at him challenging the 7-footer. Went at Diao here with a hesitation and then the crossover, using his athleticism. Then he goes outside with the fadeaway triple. Did so many things in terms of shooting it. 9 for 17 overall from the field, so a good percentage. 6 boards at 3 offensive. He liked the isolations. He was pulling Diao out, but he got a little bit crampy here. You could see him trying to signal to the coaches, hey, get me out of the game. And just really, the team started breaking down here. He tried to recover. He just reacted. From this point on, he was really done. He's trying to drink Gatorade. They tried to put ice on him. They tried to stretch him out, do all these things. This was the only basket he scored here in the fourth quarter. He was courageous trying to go back in, but he just locked up. They literally had to help him off, sit him down, and then he hobbled back to the locker room and wasn't able to finish. So really, really impacted by the heat and those cramps. Into the rim. I loved his ability to go off the dribble and make things happen. He looked really good in terms of his attack mode. And look at this move to start the game, doing it on a Hall of Famer right there. That's the old okey-doke, Jack.
Yes, sir.
And able to go old school and finish at the rim after fooling the shot blocker dunk in there. And look at the ball movement. Again, taking the contact, you know, almost getting N1 opportunities because of the way he's shielding the ball. And look at the spin move. Gorgeous. And then the teardrop over the 7-footer.
Wade with 19 points, had 3 rebounds, a couple of assists, a steal, and it's interesting. He had some opportunities from 3. Usually there's only one every now and then, but 3 opportunities. One did go down, but again, that speaks to what the Spurs are allowing.
Yeah, he did. He was outstanding coming off and giving the Heat a real scoring lift they badly needed. They didn't get much scoring. They had 20 points off the bench total, 16 from Ray Allen alone. He got it done. 6 of 12 from the field. He made 3 threes. He was 3 of 8 beyond the arc. Had a couple open looks. We were all kind of surprised that he missed, but he really did a good job overall getting to the open spot, running the floor here. You see with LeBron, he came down the middle right here. This was my favorite move. Little Jason Shuttlesworth finish right there with the one-hand crusher.
Made sure that we had cold towels on us, making sure we kept our bodies from overheating. And we just talked about on the bench, just make sure you dry yourself off and drink plenty of water.
Have you ever cramped up? Do you have any appreciation of how painful that is and what he was doing?
You know, I've cramped one time in my life, and I've never, to that point, I was sitting on the couch and I cramped and went away. So I haven't had to deal with it much. So, you know, I understand what happens, and, you know, so much salt leaving your body when you're running in that situation. But other than that, I hadn't had to deal with it.
How bad was it out there? How bad was it?
Well, I mean, you guys were there. You know, we're running up and down the floor when you're playing the game. You know, it feels great because you're in the middle of it. You know, but you do have to catch your breath a little bit more. You know, it was definitely a very memorable game one. You know, I'll remember it forever.
Do you feel like you let an opportunity slip away? Because the Spurs turned it over 23 times tonight, and they don't normally turn it over that many, and if they do, they usually end up losing.
Yeah, I mean, the game was the last 5 minutes for us where we just didn't execute down the stretch. We had great control and command of the game throughout the game.
Was it all LeBron down the stretch, or was it other things that contributed to the?
I mean, we'll watch the film and you talk about rotations, talk about plays that happen, and you know, everybody's head just wasn't in that space, and we'll get back to it.
Again, our final score, 110-95, the final. Speaking of Sunday, and I just was, join us again on Sunday night on Sunsports following Game 2 of the Finals 2014 for all your post-game coverage. Heat TV on Heat.com provides pregame coverage starting at 6:30. Can't wait till you're with us for that. This has been a presentation of Sunsports, your exclusive home for Miami Heat basketball. On a night where the air conditioning went down, the Spurs showed up and found their way to victory. Other players like Ray Allen would have to step in as LeBron James and many others would succumb to the 90-degree temperatures inside the AT&T Center. A rough night for that man, but there shall be another opportunity coming up this weekend. For the coach, Tony Fiorentino, Eric Reed, John Crotty, and Joanna Gomez, my name is Jason Jackson. Thank you so much for watching. Good night, South Florida.